The Bernina 880 and ArtLink 7 with Susan Fears.
Welcome. There are always a lot of questions about how do you get designs from your computer to your sewing machine. So that is what we're going to talk about today. So we're going to work with ArtLink. What is ArtLink and do I need it? So ArtLink is a basic software program. It actually is a program that's going to live on your computer. You're going to be able to open the design, an embroidery design, on your computer. You can do some basic adjustments, and then you'll be able to transfer that design to the embroidery machine, either directly connected up with a cable from your computer to the machine, or you can use a USB stick. So you would send that design to the USB stick and then carry your USB stick to the machine. But ArtLink is really the bridge between designs that you purchase and getting them to your machine in the format that it needs to be. So if you are purchasing embroidery design collections, or if you are buying them online and they are landing on your computer and you need to know how to get them to your Bernina 880, this is how it works. So first of all, ArtLink is a free download. This is on the Bernina USA website, or I'm sorry, the Bernina.com website. You'll go to Products, you'll select Software, and then you'll select Bernina Embroidery Software, and you will scroll down until you see the ArtLink 7 option. You'll select the ArtLink 7, and then you see the little download banner that you can touch to download. You'll download this to your computer and you will open and run the software just like you would install any other little program. And even if you think you may not ever want to do this, you want to get the ArtLink program because there's 40 designs inside. So that gives you some extra designs to play with. So what can ArtLink do? You've decided that you're going to get it. What all can I do? So it will open embroidery designs in a variety of formats. It can convert embroidery designs. So let's say you have an embroidery format that's a non-Bernina format and you want to stitch it on the 880. You can open that and then you can convert that embroidery design to the file type that the Bernina 880 reads. You also will be able to send the designs to the USB stick or to the machine using the cable, and you pretty much don't have to know what the format is as long as you know what machine you're using. Inside the program, you're able to rotate a design, resize with scaling. You can mirror image both horizontally and vertically. You can assign thread colors, and something that's also very, very handy is being able to print a paper template. So pictured to the right, you see a paper template printed out through ArtLink, and then you can use that as a placement template on the article that you are wanting to embroider on. Okay, so those are some of the great things about ArtLink. Now, what it cannot do is it cannot create an embroidery design. It cannot combine embroidery design, so it is going to be open a design and do something only with that design, print it, send it to the machine, but there's not a do more things with it. It cannot digitize. ArtLink cannot create stitches. So anything that you would want to do that involves the software creating stitches to embroider, ArtLink cannot do that, and that is something that you would want to do through the full software, the Designer Plus or the Editor Plus version. It also cannot add lettering to a design. But these are all things that the Designer Plus software can do. There is a free ebook download that talks a little bit about ArtLink 7. ArtLink 7 does have a user's manual. When you download it, you'll have a user's guide that you could print out or that you can just read on your computer. But there's also a little ebook series that I'll just sort of give you a couple of basic feature outline. It tells you how to open and view designs, how to modify designs with scaling or rotations, how to print a template, how to send designs to the machine, and then there are some basic FAQs that you may have also included in this book. So let's take a look at ArtLink. So this is the ArtLink program. It installs on your computer and there is a small icon on your desktop. When you click on it, it opens the program that looks like this. To open a design, you go to File, Open, or you may go to the little folder. Now, if I'm looking for the ArtLink designs, you'll want to go to your C drive and look in your My Designs folder for ArtLink. Okay, and then you'll be able to touch or tap on a design, and then you can scroll through and look at what some of the little designs are that you have. And there are 40 designs. The preview window underneath the preview gives you some good information, such as your stitch count, number of colors, the height and the width, the version, and the art file information. And you may notice that outside of all of the file type, you'll see the file name .art70. The BERNINA 880 does not read art. So many of the files that you get from BERNINA are an art file, because it's a very good file to have. When you want to change the size of everything, then you have all the information to retain your fancy stitches. But the machine doesn't read art, and that's the other reason you need ArtLink. ArtLink will convert that art file to the file format that the BERNINA 880 can read. So that's important, and that's what we want to do. So this is one thing. You have one of the designs that you want to open up and you want to look at, and this is your little ArtLink design. You have some tools that you can use, a variety of different zoom options to look at things. You may want to select the design. You can drag the sizing handles to resize it with the amount shown out at the side. You also have undo arrows. You can alter the design up or down 20%. You can mirror image it, and perhaps you need to do this because of the way the article is going on your machine. You can rotate in 45-degree increments just by clicking on the icons. You also can type in a rotation angle. So maybe it's 25% you want to rotate your little object. Let's get our little bird flying right side up. You could also skew the little bird. You also can click a second time on your shape, and then you can do a free rotation so that you can take a look at the design. So you love the design, this is the right size you want, but I sure would like to feel one bit more sure that it's going to be perfect. This is when going to File and Print Preview will show you what it's going to look like on paper. You want to print this, and as you print this on your printer, be sure that actual size is selected, and then you're able to cut this out, and then you could plan where you want this little design to go, and you have a paper version of your design without having to do a lot of test stitch outs. So that is one way to work with ArtLink. Another way to work with ArtLink is, let's open a design from one of the collections that you may have purchased. So I'm going to go to my USB stick, or perhaps this is on a CD, so wherever your CD-ROM drive is, or maybe it's on a USB stick, and we're going to open Bohemian Rhapsody. I'll open the designs folders, and I look and see what my options are. I want one of the art files, or this is where all of your embroidery designs are, and you can scroll down until you find a design that you like. Again, you have that same preview information underneath the little thumbnail. And let's see, we're not going to save any changes there, and we're going to open up our new design. Again, you can run through the same amount of changes that you'd like to. You'll notice right now that all of these are in gray, so they're not really active. That's because nothing is selected. So you first might want to select the design, then your icons are all active and available for you to work with. So what I want to do with this design is I just need to make a few size changes to it, and then I'm going to send it to the machine. So I'm going to maybe make a little change to it, and then to send this to the machine or USB stick, you select the icon of the machine. And a window will pop up. Since I am not directly connected to my 880, this option is in gray. This would be an option that would be available to select if I were directly connected, but I am not. I will be sending it to a USB stick, so I will select USB stick. And it successfully writes to the folder. So I say OK, and now I am finished with my ArtLink program. So now let's go to the machine. How do I get that out? Where do I go to get my design? So we'll go into Embroidery, When I'm at my File Selection menu, select your USB option, and voila! Here is the flower that you were working on to be able to embroider and get to your 880. And that is all that you have to do. It can be as simple as File Open, select the sewing machine icon for Write to Machine, select the USB stick, let it write, and then carry the USB stick and insert it into your Bernina 880 so that you can stitch those designs out. Have fun working with ArtLink. Do not forget that it is a free download off the Bernina.com website, and then look for your ebook also in the experience section of the Bernina.com website. I hope you will enjoy and take advantage of ArtLink.